Hello and welcome to another Tub Pilates video. Today we're going to be doing a beginner style class starting with a standing warm-up. So, class is going to go through abs, side body, legs, all the things. But we're going to start with, like I said, a standing warm-up. So let's get your mats and get set up. Okay, let's go. Ready, let's go. All right, so we're standing in the center of our mat. We're going to start hip distance apart. We're going to begin with just a nice, easy squat. So when you're doing your squat, make sure the weight is in the heels and your knees aren't shooting past your toes. Our goats are in the background joining us today. That's Zelda and Franny. Okay, and if this bothers your knees, make the movement just a little bit smaller. You're still going to get a workout. It's totally fine. Now we're going to add a march to this. So come down. And then lift your right leg and other side. So we're marching in place, side to side. And lift your right leg and hold. Find your balance, take it out. Little tap and lift. I'm going to keep this movement nice and small to start today. 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Find your balance. And then take it back. So you're in a nice wide stance. Let me turn. Your nice wide stance here. We're going to keep that back heel glued to the mat as we stretch forward and then pull back. So we're stretching out that back calf. The front knee bends as we shift our weight forward. And one more time. And stand back up. Now we're going to lean forward. Let's take the arms out like an airplane. And that back leg lifts and lowers. So we're getting into that glute with a lift and lower on the back leg. And 3, 2, 1. Lower it down just to lift it right back up. Lift and hold. Can you hinge forward a little bit further? Find your balance and lift that heel up to the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull those abs up. Inhale. Exhale. Lower it back down. The arms are going to come up to the sky. Little extension here. Inhale. And exhale. Pull the abs in and roll down. Getting a stretch in the back of that leg. Inhale. And exhale. Roll it back up. Little extension. Inhale. Find your balance. Exhale, roll down. Roll it back up. Little extension. One more time. Inhale. Exhale down. And then roll it all the way up. A couple of shoulder rolls here. Arms come out like a T. And we flex over to one side. Back to center. Over to the opposite side. Back to center. Legs come in. And we'll start all over, do the same thing again on the other side, beginning with our squat. So hip distance apart, we come down, weight in the heels. And now let's pick up that left leg first, and then the right. You guys are doing great, I know it. And one more time. Next time that left leg lifts, we're gonna lift and hold. Find your balance. The leg comes out and we tap and lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. And then take it back. Okay, we're going to stay down as we stretch forward, getting into that calf. And stand back up. So we're reaching forward. Heel drives down to the ground. And stretch back. One more time. And back up. I'm going to turn. Okay, now we're going to lean forward. That back leg lifts. And we tap it down and lift it back up. So doing little glute lifts here. 3. And 2. And 1. Now we lift and hold. Pull the abs up. Hinge forward a little bit more. Arms out like an airplane. Flex that foot as we pulse it up to the sky for 5, 4, 3, 2. Can you take the arms overhead? And 1, lift and hold. And then lower it down. Double check those feet are lined up and parallel. Inhale. Arms come up, little extension, and exhale. Roll it down and roll it up. Little extension, inhale, and exhale. Roll down and roll it up. Little extension. Last one, roll down, pull the abs up, find that stretch. Roll it all the way up, hands come out like a T. And we laterally flex over to one side and then the other. Let's get one more each way. Up and over, find that balance. Up and over. And a couple of shoulder rolls to finish off. Feet come together. And now we'll get into the mat series of our class. So that was our quick little standing warm up for our beginner mat class. So let's get ready. So now that we've finished our standing warm up, we're gonna come back down onto our mat. We're gonna come to a quadruped, hello pistachio, a quadruped position or a 4-point kneeling position. So our knees are under our hips, shoulders are directly over our hands. We're gonna start with our right arm out, extended nice and long. And just take the left leg back and just find our balance here. Make sure our hips are squared to the ground the whole time. Now lift that back leg, find your balance again. We don't want this or this. Oh, I just want to stay nice and long. And once we find our balance, we're going to lift our leg up and down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Now we're going to take our body out on the diagonal. So our arm comes out and our leg comes out. So we're making half of the letter X. Find your balance again. Inhale and exhale. Pull back to center. Now we're going to move into some crunches. Elbow to knee, big round back, and press back out nice and long. Exhale as you crunch in. Let's get 2 more. And last one. Now extend everything out. Your right arm is going to come down to the mat, so you're on your forearm. Your hips are going to open out to the side. We're going to lower that top leg down and lift. Pull your abs in. 3, 2, 1. You should feel your glute now. Press back up. You're back in center. Pull the knee in, and we're going to switch to the other side. You can press back and shake out those wrists if you need to. So we're coming back down again. Realign yourself. Right arm out. Left arm out. Right leg back. Find your balance here, and we lift and lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Half of the letter X. Hold it here. Pull your abs up. Make sure those hips are nice and aligned with the floor. Pull back to center. And those big crunches. Round that back for 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Press it back out. That forearm comes down to the mat. We open out on the hip. And we lift and lower that leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Line yourself back up and then lower it all down. You can stretch back into your child's pose. And then press out into your prone position. So your belly's on the mat, your legs are engaged, toes are pointed. Reach your arms out overhead, and our legs are lifted a couple inches off the mat. Our right arm lifts, our left leg lifts. Then we alternate sides. And we're swimming, alternating side to side. Inhale and exhale. Pull your abs up. Squeeze your glutes. Keep breathing. We're strengthening that back body for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift and hold. And then lower down. And then press up. And we're turning back on to our backs. So we're gonna come down nice and long on our backs, all the way on the mat. Heels are glued to the mat, arms come up to the ceiling, and then back overhead, moving into our roll-ups. Inhale, the arms, head, and shoulders lift up. We find our scoop. Exhale, roll all the way up and over. Good. Inhale and exhale. We lower all the way back down, arms up overhead. We inhale, we're here. Scoop your abs in. Exhale, up and over. Try not to collapse onto those thighs. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift and find the scoop. Exhale, up and over. Remember, use that breath like a gas pedal. So we inhale here, find your scoop, and then exhale, pull up and over. And now sit up nice and tall here. We're gonna move into our saw. So take the feet about shoulder distance apart, arms out like a T. We inhale as we twist over, pinky finger to pinky toe, that back palm turns up, and we saw off that toe, 3 pulses. Back up, and we rotate other side. Again, that back palm lifts up. Up and back to center, inhale, and exhale. Up, center, turn, pulse, pulse, pulse. Let's do one more on each side. Pull your abs in, always pull the abs in. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Come back to center. Now we're going to keep our legs here. We're going to combine that roll up with the saw. So we're going to inhale. Exhale, we lower all the way down. Hands overhead. Inhale, we find our scoop. Exhale, we come up and immediately saw over to that right side. Back to center. Inhale and exhale. We roll back down, hands overhead. Inhale, exhale, saw over to the other side. Let's get one more on each side. Hands overhead, inhale. Exhale, up, saw, saw, saw. Back to center. This is our last one. Hands overhead. And exhale. Saw it off. And come all the way back to center. We're going to scoot forward just a bit. Wiggle those hips up. Hands behind the thighs. Lower yourself all the way down. Fix your pants. Okay. So our knees are bent. Our arms are starting off down behind us, or beside us, excuse me. Take one leg into tabletop, the other one follows. Smush them together, inner thighs connected. Hands now come up to the ceiling. We inhale. On our exhale, head, neck, and shoulders lift up. Palms point down towards the mat. 90-degree angle here, hip and knee in alignment. Shins parallel to the sky. Start pumping those arms. We're moving into hundreds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Keep going with that breath. Your hands are bouncing off the ground, kind of as if you're bouncing on a trampoline. So we're warming up the whole body here. Check in on that belly button. If it's pooched up, pull it back down. If your head needs support, that hand can come behind the head. If your tabletop gets heavy, cross the ankles. Pull the knees in closer to get some relief for that lower back. Otherwise, stay here and keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Stay lifted. That was a reminder to me. Inhale and exhale. Pull that belly button down. Let's do 2 more rounds. Inhale and exhale. Last round. Inhale and exhale. Good. Hands come behind the thighs. And we pull ourselves up. I actually want to turn around this way. You don't have to, I just want to. So we're scooting up to the front end of our mat. We're gonna move into the best move, roll like a ball. We're gonna pull our legs in nice and close, the abs scooped in, our spine is rounded, our eyes gaze at our belly button. Hover your feet off the mat. This is our starting and ending position. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, roll up. Don't let your feet touch the mat. Inhale and exhale. We're gonna do it 3 more times. Don't let your feet touch the floor. We got it. Pull those abs in. Stay rounded like you're inside of a ball. And you're just rolling around. I think that was 5, but they're feeling good today. I'm gonna do 1 more. And pause. Hold it here. Find your balance. Can you tabletop those legs into teaser balance? Hold it. And lower 1 foot down. And then the other. And take yourself all the way down. We're gonna move into our ab series now. Pull your knees into your chest. Your head lifts. Both hands are gonna come under that left knee. Your right leg extends nice and long. Switch your hands and switch your legs. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Your head stays lifted the whole time here. Single leg stretch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both knees come in. Lower your head down if you want a little break. Otherwise, stay lifted. Inhale, we extend everything out. Exhale, we sweep the arms and pull it all back in. Inhale and exhale. Double leg stretch. Remember, use that breath to get deeper into your abs. Let's get 2 more. And last one. Lower your feet down, lower your head and neck down. We're gonna move into our crisscross. Hands come behind the head. We lift up into forward flexion. Legs come into tabletop. Extend your right leg long, pull your left knee in, and rotate to that knee and switch. So we're just rotating side to side. If you can, keep your elbows wide and try to lift both shoulder blades off that mat. We've got another 4, 3, 2, and last one. Back to center, lift and hold, and then lower it all down and have a moment. Okay, quick outfit change. Got a little warm. Back to our class. So we're down. We've just finished our crisscross. We're lying all the way down. Our knees are still bent. Feet are on the mat. Touch your fingers so they just about touch those heels. We're going to work on our bridging now. So we're doing articulated bridging, which means we're rolling through the spine. If that feels bad, you can hinge bridge, which means you're just lifting your hips up and down so your back is moving as one unit. Okay, I'm going to cue articulation. So do whatever feels best for you. Inhale. And on your exhale, tuck your pelvis under and roll up 1 vertebra at a time until you're in your bridge. Pause at the top. Inhale. And exhale, roll all the way back down. Untuck at the bottom. Inhale. And exhale, tilt and roll up into that nice bridge. Pause here. Inhale. And exhale, reverse the movement, upper back, mid back, low back, and untuck at the bottom. Inhale. And exhale, roll it up. Bridging is amazing because it's the opposite of sitting, and most of us sit all day long. Inhale. And exhale, reverse it. Upper back, mid back, low back, untuck. On this next, we're going to roll up and hold it. All the way up into your bridge, hold it there. We're going to get little lift and lowers with those glutes. So we're going down an inch and up an inch. It's probably more than an inch, but that's what I'm saying. For 4, 3, everything's squeezing. 2, and 1, lift and hold. Inhale and exhale, roll it back down. Untuck at the bottom. Inhale and exhale. Roll it up. Pause here. Okay, we're going to move so we're on our toes. So lift the heels and then lower the heels. We lift them up and lower them. You probably need to scoot your feet in a little bit closer when we're moving heels and toes. I guess we're just moving our heels up and down. But you should feel a little bit of shaking here. We're working on those little tiny intrinsic muscles, all the muscles that are around your joints and your big guy muscles. and 3, 2, and 1. Now lift them back up. We're getting deeper into the glutes by doing this. We're going to keep our heels lifted as we inhale and exhale, roll down. Inhale and exhale, roll it back up. Let's do 2 more. And last one. Pause at the top, lower one heel and then the other. Inhale and exhale as you roll all the way back down. Straighten those legs out. Shake it out if you need to. Okay, so our legs are nice and long. We're going to take our right leg up into the air, flex that foot, and then point the toe. We're just doing a little bit of a gentle stretch in the back of that leg. Now keep the toe pointed, moving into leg circles. You can take your arms out a little bit wider for more support, because the idea is that we're not shifting around a whole lot. So having a wider base is really nice. We're going to take the leg across the midline, down towards the other foot, out to the side, and back to center. Inhale for 1 full circle, and exhale for the next. Last one, inhale. And pause, switch directions, exhale. You might have been holding your breath there. I'm sorry. Inhale. And exhale. Last circle. And exhale. Reach up, take hold of that leg wherever you can, ankle, calf, thigh, whatever you got. Lift your other leg off the ground. We're going to pulse that leg to our face twice, and then switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch. So now we're doing our scissors here. This is my favorite transition to get in between our leg circles. For 3, 2, and 1. Pause with your opposite leg held by your hands. Lower your leg and lower down. We're just going to flex and point that foot to start. My ankle's cracking, old bones. And now point the foot. We're going to do those leg circles across the midline to start. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to take my arms out a little bit wider for that bigger support. Pressing my hands into the ground. Pause and switch directions. Out, around, and back to center. Inhale and exhale. Our last circle. And exhale. Reach up, grab hold of that leg. You're going to flex both feet, and we pulse, pulse, and switch. Keep that belly button pulled down. So as we're doing this movement, we're stretching out the backs of those legs even more, working on the abs, working on the whole bod. And 3, and 2, and 1. Take both legs up, get a little stretch. Bend the knees, lower the legs, fix your pants, and come onto your side for our side lying leg work. So our back is going to be lined up with the back of the mat. I'm going to stay lifted up on my forearm, but you can come down so your head is supported by your hand, or you can come all the way down onto your bicep. Actually, I'm going to stay here. I lied. Okay, so I'm going to be here. Your bottom leg can be bent, your top leg extended long. This will give you more support on the bottom. Some of us ladies have like bony and wobbly hips, and this just makes everything a little bit nicer. So I'm going to stay here, and we're going to start with that nice leg lift and lower. So we're staying lifted throughout the chest. Think about pulling up your waist. So if a little mouse was living under there, you wouldn't want to crush it. So we're staying lifted, pull it up. 3, 2, 1, lower it down. I'm going to rainbow forward and back. So with these big movements, it's hard to maintain that stability. So really pull your abs in and think about being stable and not rocking and rolling. And last one, take that leg to the back, lean slightly forward. I guess I'm going to put this arm down to lean slightly forward. So this is just like our same move that we did in that bird dog position earlier. Only now we're on our side instead of in quadruped. 2 and 1. Lower that leg down. I'm going to rest my hand back in my head, and I'm going to move into something called développé. So both of my legs are nice and long. Again, pull the waist up. We're going to take that top leg, we're going to bend it so our toe touches the knee. The leg comes up to the ceiling, flex the foot, and draw it back down. Lift and flex and lower. This is like the fanciest pantyhose commercial. And last one, lift, flex, and lower all the way down. Good. Pull your knees in. We're going to press up onto our side for our side overs. Our top leg is bent. So is our bottom leg. Our hand is a little bit away from our shoulder. Opposite arm comes out. And we press up and over into our side plank. Now take that hand up. Hold your plank. Inhale. And exhale. We lower it all the way back down. So that was a more advanced version. If you need to modify, keep this leg down. And you can even just go as far as this. If you can do a little bit more, come up to here. But let's do another full plank, whatever variation you've got. Inhale and exhale. We're up and over. Hand comes up. We're in our plank. Now we're going to take that hand that's in the air to the mat and twist over into our plank. Pull your abs up. Inhale and exhale. Take your, actually, you know what, let's not even do that too much. Inhale and exhale. Bend the knees and stretch back. We're going to flip around and get to the other side. Okay, so again, let's set ourselves up. We're lined up with the back of the mat. I'm going to have my bottom knee bent, top leg straight. Come down so I'm resting my hand in my head. Lift up through the waist. Start out with your lift and lower. So the movement's coming right out of the hip. Pull up through your waistline. 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. And rainbow that leg forward and back. So do your best to control this movement. For 4, and 3, and 2, and last one. Hold it back. I'm going to lift up onto my forearm, tilt forward slightly, and lift and lower. Sorry, I could hear our cat in the background. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that leg down. And now lower all the way down. Back so your head is in your hand or wherever your arm position was. Extend both legs out nice and long. Moving into développé or that pantyhose commercial. We take our leg, we pull it in to the ceiling, flex your foot and draw it back down. In, up, flex and lower. Again, there's a lot of movement happening here. So do your best to maintain that stability. Pull those abs in. Last one. Flex. And lower it all the way down. Bend your knees in a little bit. Press up onto that hand, moving into our side over. So that hand kicks out away from the shoulder. The top leg bends. The bottom leg also bends. Opposite hand comes out. We inhale. Exhale, press up and over. And now take that hand up to the sky. We're now in our side plank. Inhale and exhale. Lower it back down. Again, if you need to modify, totally fine. I showed you those examples earlier. Inhale. And exhale, we're up and over. Hand comes back up to the ceiling and hold it. Inhale. And exhale. Now twist so that hand comes back down to the mat. And we're in our plank. Inhale. And exhale. Lower the knees and stretch it back out. And press back up. Take your knees so they're hip distance apart. Tuck your toes. Pressing up into down dog. And we're going to stretch out here. And then we're going to bend our knees. So now we're in this little panther position. Pull your abs up. Feel the energy in your thighs. And press out into your plank. Come back. And press it back out. 3 more times. Press it back. Inhale and exhale. And exhale. And last one. and press it back. I'm going to lower onto my knees, moving into push-ups. So we're going to do a nice wide push-up to start. I like to have the tops of my feet pressed against the mat or the ground, whatever I'm touching. And we're going to go down for, let's try 5, see if we got it. Pull your abs in, inhale, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, take a break, pedal them out. And now we're going back into our panther. So we're down and we're pressing back out. Pressing back and out. Inhale and 2 more. Last one. And lift the hips up. Stretch it out. Are we ready for 5 more push-ups? This time narrow. I don't know if I'm ready, but we're going to try. All right, come down to the knees. Feet find the ground. Okay, we got it. Ready? Inhale. And exhale up. Oh, we got it. 2 more. The struggle is real. Last one. Press it up. And stretch back. Amazing work, you guys. Good job. We're getting there. Okay. Come back down onto your bellies. We're going to move into our swan. So we have our legs extended nice and long. To do the swan today, let's keep our feet glued to the floor. So hands underneath of our shoulders. Inhale. On our exhale, we press up into a little extension. Let's not do a full extension today. Or maybe we will, but just not to start. And come back down. Inhale and exhale. Press up, pull those abs in. And lower it back down. Press those feet into the floor. Inhale. And exhale. Press up a little bit higher. And back down. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Press up as high as you can go. Pull those abs in. And lower all the way back down. Good. Okay. Now let's add on the legs. So squeeze your glutes, point the toes, lift the legs off the mat. The arms are going to start here, right by the shoulders. We're going to breaststroke with our arms. So inhale and exhale. Push the water out and away. Again, swimming. Doing our breaststroke for 2 more. Pull your abs up. Squeeze everything. Hands find the mat. And lower down. Press it back into your rest position. And then let's move in to a quick cat-cow. Again, that 4-point kneeling position. We inhale, and we're a lovely cow. Push those hips back. Exhale, you're the angriest cat. Inhale, you're a cow. And exhale. Let's do 1 more. And exhale. Take your spine back to neutral. And let's sit on our bottoms. We have some more fun ab work to do. And then we can be done, maybe. So I'm going to be lifted up on my elbows. I'm going to take our knees into tabletop. Okay. And we're going to do little hip circles to the right and then back to center. Keep the knees bent. And back to center. So our hips are wobbling a little bit more on this, and that's okay. Just make sure your abs are pulled in nice and tight and you're pressing out through those shoulders and not collapsing. And pause. Keep your legs there. Lower down all the way. Hands are going to come up overhead. Inhale. And exhale, we lift up and grab hold of the legs. So now we're seated in our little teaser balance. Arms reach out nice and long. Everything's parallel. Inhale as we lower down. Exhale. Use your breath. Come back in. 4 more. Inhale. And exhale. Use that gas pedal. And 2. And last one. And lower the feet, lower all the way down. We're going to finish up with a little inner thigh work. Take your legs into tabletop, heels together, toes apart. Going to close the legs in and open. Pull the abs in. This is called frog. To make this a little spicier, come up into forward flexion for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift and hold. Lower one foot and then the other. Hands come behind the knees. Pull yourself up. And from here, you can continue on to stretch and do whatever else feels good. That was our longer form beginner mat class. You could also take that beginning standing warm-up if you wanted and throw it in front of any of our other classes we have on the channel to make them a little bit longer, add in a little bit of cardio. But thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Sarah, and goodbye.